So it'll be Porto and not Istanbul for this year's Champions League final. It's after Turkey was put on the UK's red list. The switch to Porto means Chelsea and Manchester City will be able to take 6,000 fans each, but there are still a lot of questions to answer. So here is the man to answer them, James Cole. Clear them up for us. It's been a whirlwind of a 24 hours, hasn't it? Can you tell us what's the latest coming out of Portugal with regards to travelling fans?
Yeah, I'll do my best to clear it up. In terms of what's coming out of Portugal, the government there have outlined their plan, what they see as the plan for fans coming over, and it's pretty restricted. They say that City and Chelsea fans will have to fly in and out of the country on the same day. They'll travel on charter flights. They'll be COVID tested before they board the plane, and the idea is that they will stay within the bubble for their entire time in Portugal. So they'll fly in on charter flights. They'll be taken to one of two fan zones, depending on which team they're supporting. From the fan zone, they'll be taken to the stadium, watch the game, and then they'll be taken after the game back to the airport, and they'll fly again on a charter flight back to the UK. Pretty restricted, pretty tight, and all in one day. A long day at that. The game kicks off at 8 p.m. The good news for fans who are travelling is that because Portugal is currently on the green list, they won't need to isolate on arrival back home, but they will need to take another COVID test within 2 days of coming back to the UK. So how do fans of Chelsea and Manchester City, James, go about getting tickets in the first place? Well, that's still TBC as well, but it would appear the safest way is to go through the clubs. They, at the moment, City have said that they will put on a day trip travel package from Manchester to Porto. So fans would buy the ticket, and with the ticket they'll get all of the flights included for that day trip. They say they're offering qualifying supporters official package from Manchester to Porto. More information will be provided as soon as possible. That's all that Manchester City are saying at the moment. So they're obviously seeking a bit more information. Tickets go on sale on the 24th of May. At 6,000 fans, remember, from each club can go.
Can supporters book their own trip and fly separately?
Well, it would appear not. What we saw yesterday was when Porto was announced as the venue, a lot of fans started booking flights to try and arrange their own travel, etc. It would appear, given the noises coming out of Portugal, that won't be an option. They have gone into what they're calling, well, they've extended rather, what they're calling their state of calamity. So that's what the Portuguese call their lockdown, to May the 30th. That's the day after the Champions League final. And that means that you can only travel into Portugal if it's essential. So there's no non-essential travel for non-residents. So that would suggest that if you booked a flight to go to Portugal, you won't be able to go anyway. I was going to say, yeah, people, I guess, with the restrictions being eased here, might think, well, let's get that flight booked, so that's done. So there'll probably be plenty of fans who quickly have booked those flights to Porto, James, following yesterday's news. So what happens with their flights that have already been booked? Well, if the Portuguese government aren't letting you in for a holiday for non-essential travel, then you're entitled to a refund. And the government advice is don't book any travel or holiday unless there is that refund option for any COVID-related issues. So if you've booked it and you can't fly that, the chances are that flight will be cancelled and you'll be entitled to a full refund. So
everything sounds quite controlled, doesn't it? What's been the reaction so far from fans?
Very controlled, and a lot of anger from both sides. Chelsea Supporters Trust in particular put out a tweet last night. They say, we share the same frustrations of Chelsea supporters. The situation regarding the Champions League final is a farce. And they say they are going to seek clarity, and we will relay any info as we receive it. We will do the same. We'll try and get a bit more clarity and update viewers as we get it. But it just seems to me now that the biggest losers from all of this are the fans, aren't they? The reason they said UEFA decided it couldn't be held here in the UK is so that their delegates wouldn't could go and wouldn't have to isolate. The UK